Jump with the Buffalo Bills. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now they'll try and run this sweep to McCoy. The cornerback, it's Logan Ryan who brings him down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it. Somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 24. Working out of the gun, Mariota. It's caught on the right side at Smith. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. This is Dion Lewis now in his 9th NFL season. Oh, he's got some breathing. Dion Lewis, the 20, 10, touchdown Titans. Dion Lewis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
On 2nd down now, it's McCoy. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Weapons. Kill. 52. Kill.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. And that's caught by Beasley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Check right 54. Right 54. Check you through.
They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. This for his running back, McCoy. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. They were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether it's seeing different defenses, they'll have to figure it out.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. He's at the 30, 20, 10, touchdown Titans. Delaney Walker, 88 yards, and the Titans get the quick strike touchdown. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Middle. Kill. Chopper. Slam. Middle.
From the gun, it's Allen. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Now here's a throw, and that's Taywan Taylor with it. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A well-executed 22-yard gain. On play action, Mariota. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Michael Pruitt, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Hey, hold. Get that quarterback. He's coming. Double up. He's coming, double up. Bang, 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 bang.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
It's just me and you.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 21-0 our score after 1. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Check line 54. Line 54. I'm coming.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Allen. That is incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown, and it'll bring up 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
54 is mine. 54. Here we go.
Allen now on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Good coverage that time by Malcolm Butler.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
With it is Jackson. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return, and it'll be Titan football. A reminder about Sunday Night Football later tonight. It's a rematch from the divisional round last year. Colts and Chiefs from Arrowhead. Then tomorrow on Monday night, the Browns and 49ers from Levi's Stadium, where the Browns already playing their 3rd primetime game in the season's first 5 weeks. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. All day, defense.
They'll stay with Lewis here on 1st down. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
A 2nd down run with Lewis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Throwing is Mariota, and Walker with it over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 more there and another 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
A 1st down carry for Henry. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it
caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Marcus Mariota with his third touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
They run, Martin, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he finds Tyler Croft. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Here we go.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Cameron Wake with a little wake-up call as he gets in there for the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
The Bills on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be third and forever. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Allen on to punt as he gets this one away.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way. I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. So how about the turn of events there at the end of the half?
This is one where you go charging into your locker room having collected 3 points you didn't expect to get. And you look across the field and you see guys kind of pointing fingers at each other like, dude, how'd you turn it over and make us give up 3 right there?
So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, first and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Second half begins with a run by Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
He lost 6 there on the first down play.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Check pass, check pass.
Play action now. Mariota. He finds Corey Davis. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
A gain of 10 brings up third and 6.
Mike, 49. I got you, punk.
Off the play fake, Mariota. He's going to launch this thing. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Titans. Taywan Taylor, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And this Titans offense continues to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Allen and the Bills now with a first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
I got one. Check three. One.
On first down, it's Henry. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Mariota. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Corey Davis, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Teddy! Mike is on. Stop.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's McCoy. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Allen going to leave it on the draw for McCoy. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah. John Brown. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. John Brown. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills are able to make things a bit more respectable. Hauschka adds the extra point. Elsewhere in the NFL, they're in the second half at FedEx Field now. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
At their own 18-yard line.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 18. Throwing, Mariota. Ball going deep here for Taylor. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down in the hands of the wrong team.
He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the 1st. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Allen. And the grab by Croft. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7 on the counter. Here's McCoy. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
When the Titans selected Alabama linebacker Rashaan Evans at number 22, I thought it was a perfect fit. Gives him a chance to apprentice a little bit with Wesley Woodyard right there next to him and eventually take over running that defense. He can run, he can hit, he can cover. Everything you expect out of a first-round linebacker.
They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now 4th down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Back now in Nashville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist, twist, twist.
Allen going to go on 4th down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee 1st down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Mariota now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And this Titan offense is running away with this one. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that will extend this big lead. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Round 80! Right there, 54 Mike. I got you. I got you.
They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run, the best runs for the
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 34. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Rashaan Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there. After the sack on 1st down, Allen. And his pass, incomplete. It was Logan Ryan that time who knocked it away. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well-coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Allen. And that is incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Watch the pass. SOS. Hey, tight. SOS.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. LaShawn Sims with the INT. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down. Where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? but instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line.
Okay, work with me here. Make sure I'm clear on this one. Inside their own 10-yard line, and they run a toss play, I know it works, but ordinarily that takes a lot of chutzpah to do something like that, because only thing more dangerous is trying to throw the ball in that situation and maybe taking a big loss.
1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1.
On 3rd down, Mariota. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 37. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He finds McCoy. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Wesley Woodyard. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Dion Lewis, and they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Right there, 54 Mike. Watch the screen.
They'll start the drive with a carry by McCoy. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
They'll start things on 1st down with Dion Lewis. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They try again with Lewis. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now Lewis here on 1st down. Lorenzo Alexander brings him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Tennessee, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.